All right, guys. Captain Richard Hajeki. This is the report for May 11th and May 12th. So we fished a double yesterday. Got done with our charter yesterday afternoon. I was wet, cold, tired, and hungry. So I went and got some dinner, took a shower, and went right to bed. The fishing in Niagara County over the last few days has gotten tough. So it's not the mindless fishing we had for the last few weeks. You actually have to fish for these fish now, which is good because that fishing is, although it's fun, it doesn't make you a good fisherman. So yesterday morning we washed the dumb off and tried to figure these things out. Our group yesterday morning was from Ohio. We started off inside. We're running out. We see the bait. We shut down. Try to fish that inside bait. See if there's anything crashing in the morning. Didn't have much luck. So we trolled north. Worked that 150, maybe 200 foot of water, and we had nothing. We took the binoculars out. There was lots of boats around us. Nobody was netting fish. Nobody was catching fish. So we said we had to make a move. Picked our rods and ran 10 miles to the west. There's always fish around the Niagara Bar. It attracts bait. It's got warm water. So it's never a bad move to just pick and run there. Started offshore, 325, 350, and worked our way in. Found a really nice area that we worked the rest of the day between 280 and let's say 310. A lot of deep fish. Our big fish came there. It was 17 pounds. Took big fish of the day for the little tournament we were in yesterday with our customers and about 19 or 20 other boats. But we were one fish shy of having a really nice box, and we had that fish on. But that's fishing. So again, our big fish, 17 and change, that came 40 down on a Dreamweaver rod father, stretched 30 back. We caught some fish on seasick wilders yesterday. It really was a rigger and a diver bite for us yesterday morning. Actually, most of the weekend. Our junk lines, we tried Fish USA Stealth Core from 5 to 10 colors, Morgan's Tackle Copper from 2 to 300. Really never had a good chew on our junk lines or our weighted lines this weekend. It was all riggers and divers that really saved our butt. So back to yesterday morning, put together a halfway decent box. I think we only cleaned six or seven fish. We threw back three small fish and dropped 4 or 5 fish. So half a dozen bites, 13 bites, 14 bites, somewhere in there is how we ended up yesterday morning with our Ohio group. Dropped them off, picked up my group from Iowa. They haven't fished with us since the 07, 08 year range, so it's been a while. And headed out to a similar spot, just a little further to the east, and worked that same depth range. Started out a little slow, found a little area, worked it, had a good little bite going. Tried to go back on it, it was gone. This water is moving so fast out here, and it was like that today as well. Went back on those fish twice trying to find them, never found them. Had to get on a different troll and try to locate some more fish. Trust your electronics right now up here in Niagara County. If you're not seeing them, you're not going to catch them. There are some guys that are offshore fishing real high in the water column, and they're not seeing them. But if you're fishing, the inside waters, or just trust your electronics. And if you're not seeing fish, keep moving because you're most likely not going to catch them. Last night, let's see, UV Green Jeans, Dreamweaver, Seasick Waddler, and I believe our deep meat rig, which saved our butt in the morning, went. So in the morning, we had a meat rig going down anywhere from 125 to 160. I think that was good for 4 to 5 bites yesterday. Last night, we did take a fish or two on it. Cleaned 5 yesterday night, threw back a small one and lost a couple. And that was my afternoon trip yesterday. This morning, we kind of headed out to that same water first thing. Shut down in 2 1/4 on a northwest troll out, and just had a good day and picked fish throughout the day. Again, when you got on a good line, you tried to turn back on it, they were gone. So you had to continuously keep finding fish. So working the same water just didn't seem to work for us. When the fishing's tough, there's a few spoons you reach for. The seasick waddler, that took a fish or two this morning. UV MBK. That's always a good one to throw in the water when it's tough fishing, because if there are fish around, they will eat that. Our deep meat rig today, rotted in the morning, took 2 quick fish back to back, and then rotted in the afternoon. Our divers kind of saved our butt today, along with our riggers with 3 sliders on them. This was a decent diver spoon throughout the weekend. As you can see, it's severely eaten. That is a Moonshine RV Sig. It's been a good spoon up west for us. Again, Rodfather was a good spoon for us today. This spoon in the upper part of the water column, on a sliding cheater, on a main line in Niagara County, this is a great spoon. Once I leave here, it's tough for me to get this spoon to go. I know other guys do, but it is definitely a Niagara County spoon. On the divers, UV PK and UV Caddyshack took a few fish as well today once the sun popped out. But overall, it was a good day. We had a nice box of fish ranging from 6-7 pound salmon all the way up to maybe 15-pound salmon. Filled that grizzly cooler up very nicely. The customers today were from Indiana. So this weekend we had people from Ohio, Iowa, and Indiana, which is pretty cool. So we got people coming from all over the country to fish Lake Ontario, which is amazing. It's a great salmon fishery, and we've had a great year so far. So again, the mindless fishing is gone. It seems like everything is kind of progressed more than it usually is this time of year, and that's due to the mild winter we had and probably the halfway decent spring. So maybe we're getting into that what we used to call a June transition month a little early. Who knows? But there's a lot of water that hasn't been blown around very much, and everything is just spread out. There's fish in all parts of the water column, and they are just spread out. There's guys offshore in 450 feet of water catching fish. There's guys in 100 foot of water catching fish. So they're kind of everywhere. So if you get out there, just be mobile, be in search mode, cover the water column. You know, this morning we started off with 5 and 7 color cores and 300 copper and everything in between. So this time of year when fish are spread out like this, you want to put as many rods in the water as you legally can, and you want to fish the whole entire water column because the opportunity is there. So we will be out all next week. We've got trips from Tuesday through Friday, and then there is a tournament next weekend that we will be fishing in the 1K a day throughout the week and preparing for one of the bigger tournaments on the South Shore. So I will vlog fishing reports from each day. They just will not get posted until after the tournament. So I hope everybody understands. Wish us luck, and get out there and enjoy this fishing we have. The whole lake is on fire. I was talking to somebody just a few minutes ago from Oswego, and they're crushing them down there. They're crushing them in Rochester. So, I mean, if you want to get out and catch salmon, there's no better time than right now on Lake Ontario. You pick your place, you pick your poison, and get out there and go fishing, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.